Of this nation, now we take time when you go away. Then no go put the leadership for your hand. Now you go take calm yourself. No be by force, not by sense. Now you go make in Nigeria better. Oh. A nation with vision must plan for future. Youth, not the future. Youth of this nation, tie your shokoto well. Party way go shop baby, yeah, she must haunt. We have a mission, to build this nation. He needs no introduction.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, it's a good week and it's a good time to say good afternoon and welcome to Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. The program Talking Points is designed to get us talking about things that affect us as a people. Essentially, for all of us to understand the whole essence of conversations for the purpose of national development. So I'll be talking about two things essentially. I'll be looking at the political scene, okay? And then we'll be talking about something that is very close to heart. That's the reading culture, how we can use the reading culture to develop our common intellect for the purpose of, evolving people who are given to discuss as a way out of our quagmire as a nation. So those are the two things I'll be bringing to the table. Essentially, I'll be dwelling upon the 9-point communique of the Southwest APC leaders that went down on Sunday in Lagos. So they had a submission on quite a number of issues across the nation, and we'll be pinpointing a few of them. I'm hoping to also reach to speak to someone, apart from my guest in the studio. I'm hoping to get through to, a political watcher who is also an important player in Oyo State, in the Oyo State mix, but is in the diaspora. Of course, is based in the United Kingdom. We might get to also bring his own intervention to the table on the program today. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. Once again, it's Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. And you can watch us live on Facebook. Okay, just go to www.facebook.com/SplashFM105.5 Ibadan, and you'll find us there. Okay, it's on Facebook. Okay, of course, I've told you that you can engage right there on Facebook as well as on Twitter at Splash FM 1055, on Instagram at Splash FM 1055. You can listen to us on Radio Garden, of course, as well as on our website www.splashfm1055.com. whichever platform you choose, we're there. Okay, just if you just strike your fingers, you have it there. You can also download for your iOS and at the Google Play Store for the Android phones our Splash FM application. Interactive, smooth, and it's light. It's less than I guess if I remember properly, less than 10 megabytes. So you can get the interact, listen to what's going on radio, interact, send your iReport, and the rest of it. So we have got you covered, whatever platform you choose. So let's go this way. Bring up a few items and then get my guests talking about this matter. I'd like to start with this one. Of course, it's a rather mournful note to start, if you care. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atairu, and 11 others died in an air crash in Kaduna on Friday. And they were buried, and then, the other matters that came in the wake of their burial, the president not available, the vice president, and the rest of it, that's not the matter. The matter is that, for me, it's a national tragedy, if you have someone of that caliber, dying in an aircraft, while on an official assignment. Whether it was a Friday or not, whether it was just immediately after Jumat or not, is immaterial for me. What's important for me is that this man, as well as the others, just newly appointed as security chiefs, and I believe that if they have fresh ideas about how to solve the security or insecurity debacle of the nation, then one of them gets cut out by tragedy, I think that it should be a moment for us for national soberness. And in fact, the federal government has announced that there should be national flag should fly at half-mast. Maybe we should start with that story. Atairu, national flag to fly half-mast, federal government. The federal government has directed public buildings and facilities to fly the national flag half-mast in honor of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atairu, and other military officers. The flag will fly half-mast from Monday to Wednesday, according to a statement. The statement issued in Abuja by the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, said that President Muhammadu Buhari gave the directive. The statement said the directive is to honor Atairu and 10 others, senior military officers who lost their lives in the plane crash on May the 21st, but said that the president had similarly approved May 24 a work-free day for members of the armed forces. Well, the headline for that story is Atairu, national flag to fly half-mast. Well, you understand that the nuances, okay, don't you? Okay, so for me, quite a number of talking points from that. So I'm not interested in the speculations, okay? What I'm interested in is how to move forward from there, or how to graduate from mourning to making milestones in our drive to, really solve the insecurity quagmire. Of course, I think it was on Thursday, right, that it was also reported, everywhere. Was it Thursday or, yeah, that Shekau, the leader of Boko Haram, had been killed or had died. Of course, the implication, the semantic, clarification in those words, whether he was killed or he died, those are important words to really focus on. But the point is that from my own study or from my own reading of the matter, is a Boko Haram sect or group was involved in a fracas with ISWAP, so Islamic State West African Province. They had been locked in this rivalry for quite some time now. It's reported in some places that the son of Shekau is one of the leaders of ISWAP who have pledged allegiance to ISIS and the rest of it. That's not the matter. The matter is that whether Shekau is actually dead finally or not. What's important is that we must take a second look at this, our fight, and I mean our war against insurgency in the nation. So you have to understand the implication of this one that I'm talking about. But essentially, the matter that I thought we should bring to the table today has to do with the meeting of the Southwest leaders of the All Progressives Congress. And one big question that I'll be putting to my guests this afternoon has to do with their perspective or their perception, the perception of that meeting, and if it indeed has any implication for the social, political, trajectory of Nigeria at the present time. Okay, so that's essentially the question that I'll be bringing to the table on the program today. So, on Sunday in Lagos, the Southwest leaders met. APC Southwest leaders met. That meeting was convened by Chief Bisi Akande and then, and other leaders of the party. They came up with some matters. Let me read the Tribune, for instance, on that matter. The perspective of the Nigerian Tribune here. It says, Tinubu, Gbajabiamila, APC Southwest leaders, governors oppose secession. Okay, so Southwest All Progressives Congress, APC leaders, including governors on the party platform on Sunday, met in Lagos, calling for true federalism, where more power would be devolved to the states, saying this would be an essential part of the strengthening society and improving democratic governance, as well as engender durable peace and security, among others. The leaders in attendance at the parley, which took place at the State House Marina, included APC National Leader Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, former interim national chairman of the party, Chief Bisi Akande, Speaker, House of Representatives Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, governors Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, Gboyega Oyetola of Osun State, Lagos State Governor, and the host, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Others, former Governor Segun Oshoba, Minister of Trade and Industry, Chief Niyi Adebayo, former Vice Chairman, APC Southwest, Chief Pius Akinyelure, and former Chief of Army Staff General Ani Akinrinade. Okay, so they came up with a 9-point communique at the end of the parley, also endorsed the position of southern governors on open grazing, saying besides reducing the tension between herders and farmers, it would minimize the friction in the country. So the communique was read by Chief Akande, Bisi Akande, and beg your pardon. He said the leaders endorsed the call for true federalism and reallocation of resources and authority that comes with it. It as such would empower the states to solve localized issues before they spread and transformed into national ones. So besides, they said that greater federalism would empower grassroots economic development and political reforms that will stand as bulwarks against the terrorism and criminality now experienced in several parts of the country. They also urged, they also endorsed the southern governors, submission on banning open grazing in the southern part of the nation, and also urged the federal government through central bank to support, ranching initiatives for those who might be interested in going that way. And then, importantly, they expressed opposition to separatist agitations and hate speeches and urged that those indulging in such should desist. Okay, so those are the big issues that I have on the table. I'm going to bring my guests to the microphone. Mr. Abiodun Lashile is a writer and publisher, is a reading advocate and founder the Sixth Sense Initiative. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother. I'm here again.
Okay, welcome to Talking Points again today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so let's start from here. You have followed the social political discourse on ground for some time in the country.
Yeah.
these leaders of the Southwest APC, as they are described here, led by Chief Bisa Kande, Bola Tinubu, and the rest of them, they came up with these resolutions. Let me ask you, first of all, what is your perception of this gathering and their resolutions?
I differ completely to the motive.
Okay.
But we will still discuss the issue. Politicking is on.
Okay.
Particularly national politics. And the issue of APC leadership, Mbuglu, is there. So I see it from a credence angle to an aspiration.
Okay.
Quote me and we can discuss that all day. Now that other issues now emanated, it's normal that we will have communique. Very normal.
Yes.
The communique, because we are talking perception now.
Okay.
The communique is, what do we tell the people? What do we actually discuss?
Okay.
What is the reason for gathering? Is it important that we are the people to discuss this? What do we tell them that we are justified to gather?
Okay.
Somebody somewhere may need allegiance. Somebody somewhere may need confidence. Somebody somewhere may want to be very sure that there is old. Now, be it as it may, now what came out of that meeting? Let me call it meeting.
Okay.
The governors particularly. What are the issues on ground in those states that are related to that communique, to the points from the communique? Because I'm going into the communique on.
Yes. So in other words, let's crystallize the matter.
Okay.
Do you think that meeting was was going to have any impact or any effect whatsoever on the socio-political space?
I laid
based
premise,
on motives, right?
I laid premise, not particularly.
Okay.
I laid the premise. That's why I said, except you want me to repeat it, that it may be out of an aspiration. It may be out of, do I still have grip?
Okay.
It may be out of credence.
Or validation.
Or validation.
Okay.
Which will not be part of the which will not be part of the communique. Because we all know that politicking is in the air.
Okay, so I get it. I get the picture now. I get the picture. But
because you introduce perception.
But irrespective of all this atmosphere that you have built, your own perception, would you say that the points that they raised are very valid at this moment? Or, for instance, they also gave their own voices to the ban on open grazing in the southwest, in the southern part of the nation. Would that, for you, be a plus? A tick for positive? Would you also say that their own demand that the federal government should, through central bank, intervene in, the project of making agriculture, stand out by making sure that the animal, agriculture part of it, the animal husbandry and all that, is given bite by the central bank, where you support people who are interested in the ranching business, to solve certain problems across the nation? Would you, for instance, on those 2 points say, oh, good?
Quite honestly, the Asaba declaration was clear about all these issues.
Okay.
The repetition will not be important through a communique. What will be important are the steps taken thereafter.
Okay.
That's my own point of view. Do we particularly need, on all the issues, do we need a communique to go on them? No. I would have loved the development after Asaba declaration, the development that in Ogun State, we have started to do on the ban on ranching. Actually, we have arrested this. We had pushed a bill to the House of Assembly on X. You understand? All this will now be developing. But if it is just to sit down again at Marina, rediscuss, my own words now.
Rediscuss.
That we are going to say that there must, what is true federalism that had been during AG? True federalism, Awolowo spoke, died on. So if we are talking true federalism now, we are talking security. Thereafter, Asaba, there have been numerous kidnapping in those states, except Lagos, Oyo, Ogun, Ondo, Osun. Few days after the declaration. I don't know if I'm only being practical with what I'm saying.
Okay.
So now, to now say that you want to support that true federalism will allow for security, will allow you to do more, which has not reflected on ground issues. If you're not saying that agriculture will not allow you, do we need all that for crying out loud? That until when the CBN or the federal government allows, that is when we will be able to plant cocoa again, harvest cashew, be able to say that the Westerners produce the largest cassava in the whole of the world.
So basically for you, you are saying that you would rather have action than, the talk.
There is no talk. There is no talk anymore. The problem we are in, look, there is no food. Climate change, it's all over the place. It will just start to rain. You cannot predict the wind, the destruction. You understand? The time for rice to come, you cannot. All this is enough. No power, no transport, no road. You understand? So we will still say, let us clamor. We are tired of it. That's why I will refer you to how I started, because everything in my perception of how I started is particularly to get you going in everything we are going to discuss.
Okay, so how about this other one, that their opposition to separatists, ideologies or conversations, and that they're also saying that all those who are flying the flag of separatism should desist. Those who are spreading hate speech and the rest of it. This is Governor Akeredolu, for instance, Yoruba Nation rally. Agitators on their own, says Akeredolu. Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu on Sunday distanced himself from secessionist agitation by some group of persons who held a rally in the state last Saturday, saying he has never given his blessings for the rally and would not support the secession plans being promoted by some Yoruba leaders. So you have that across the nation. You have those in the southeast, in the south, and in the southwest, and the rest. So these people are saying, no. A one Nigeria is more preferable, where we harness the potentials of everybody, bring our diversity to the table to grind something out.
Akeredolu is only doing what I will call clear. Come and clear yourself. Don't forget that. Let's talk about the movement that is on now. It started from Igboho and it has gone to Lagos, Ogun, Osun. The climax was what happened on Saturday at Ondo, which was the biggest. So it will need to come. If the presidency will call, I will not, even that he didn't tell us that presidency called him, it's still a perception. I will know that presidency will call. Did you allow this? See that mammoth crowd. We all saw it. And that was even the biggest.
But is that the way to go, really?
I'm not talking that. We are talking reality. We are talking what you read is about Saturday.
Yeah.
And that was what happened on Saturday. I'm only telling you. I saw them at Abeokuta, Ogun State. Few people. We saw them at Ibadan. Few people. What you saw, you and I saw them.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you, what we are saying right now, we are talking point, is that the thing is growing. And it's like a wind. But what I am saying is, to know my own position is simple. If you want me to tell you my categorical position, I will make it very clear here. What I am saying about the problems we have is insecurity. What are the causes? It's not one cause. Starvation is there.
Okay,
Poverty is there.
we will address this matter when we come back from this break. It's still Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Please don't go away.
It's game night at the Bensons and everyone's having fun. Then, this.
Hey, son, what's the matter? You too? No way.
Don't let coughs and the common cold ruin your fun time. Tuxil range of weekly formulated day and night syrups provides effective relief from cough and cold. Product may cause drowsiness. Tuxil, the job gets done when the cough is gone. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Check. Forceps, check. Scissors, check. Retractors, check. Clamps, check. All right, then I guess we're ready for this operation. Health check on Splash 105.5 FM. Join us every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Having good health is number one on our checklist.
Fresh vibes of La Casera with new colorful, exciting look. But the Bamba apple taste no change. La Casera, I love this drink.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No, dear. Na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth, wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ojúlówó Nasco cornflakes kún fún èròjà tí ń ṣara lóore tó dára nítorí wípé Old Flaked cornflakes náà ni. Old Flaked cornflakes ní apilẹ̀ṣe ní ìlànà tí gbogbo èròjà aṣara lóore inú rẹ̀ ò fi lè yingin. Oúnjẹ aṣara lóore ni, adùn inú rẹ̀ afẹnuwó, ó sì dára fún gbogbo ẹbí. Nítorí náà, tí àtijẹ cornflakes bá dé, rí i dájú pé Old Flaked Nasco cornflakes ló yàn láàyò. Oúnjẹ aládùn tó dára ní gbogbo ìgbà.
When woman become mama, e get another level where she dey take the city. So mama sabi when we get like pain dey knock for door. Mama no send o. She carry M&B paracetamol tablet wey dey kick pain with alacrity. The red one or the syrup wey get pineapple taste take sama aches and pains comot for her family. Mama dem wey wise up trust me and Becca pass 70 years when e don dey take care of people body. Abeg, make you give aches and pains red card with M&B paracetamol. If wetin dey do you no vamoose after 3 days, abeg go see your doctor o. M&B paracetamol, pain no fit stop you.
Don't worry, Ma. He'll be home on time, just like his dad.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ma. I'm cooking their favorite jollof with Sonia tomato mix. They are here.
Hey, is the jollof ready?
See? Right on time.
Your loved ones will always rush home for tasty meals prepared with Sonia tomato mix.
Mommy, the jollof is yummy.
I wouldn't miss this jollof for anything.
It's so good eating together with a family.
Yes, Ma. All thanks to Sonia. Sonia tomato mix brings you together. Proudly Nigerian.
Desire quality university education for your children and wards? Then take advantage of the open admission session of King's University, Odeomu, Osun State. The King's University, Odeomu, Osun State open admission session holds between Monday 24th to Wednesday 26th May 2021 at Ibadan, Ile-Ife, and Osogbo from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Come to the open admission session venue with your O-level and JAMB results in Ibadan. Venue is 5th office, 1st floor, mobile filling station, Samunda, Sango, UI Road, Ibadan, Oyo State. State. In Ile-Ife, venue is Glory to Glory Supermart along Ife-Ibadan Expressway, opposite Cameron Hotels, Ile-Ife, Osun State. In Osogbo, come to former Mr. Biggs Dignitas Restaurant, Igbono, Osogbo, Osun State. For further inquiries, please visit www.kingsuniversity.edu.ng or call 0815-084-6566 or 0810-584-6574. King's University, raising leaders, transforming minds.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, you're welcome back. You're still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. We have someone joining the conversation from the United Kingdom. He is a Nigerian, of course, in the diaspora. He's a politician as well, someone who has so much interest in what's going on at home, particularly in Oyo State. Mr. Abdulwahid Badmus is a politician, is a social commentator as well. Welcome to the program, sir.
Good afternoon to everybody. I'm happy to join you.
Yes,
I'm Abdulwahid Badmus.
All right.
I stay in Scotland.
All right.
So I'm happy to join the program.
Yes. How else? I've been engaging in the studio here with my guests here. We are talking about the meeting of the leaders of the APC in Lagos on Sunday, and there are submissions across about issues across the nation. I'd like you to quickly tell me, what do you think about that meeting of the APC leaders in Lagos?
To me, I think it's a meeting that should have taken place a long time ago, but because Nigerians were so docile, the meeting has not taken place. For instance, it's a meeting that will have taken place when we have economic regression and other challenges problem. You see, all the political party, we should have put head together and look for solution to our problems. Meetings like this should not come just because of when we need a political solution to some of the problems. But in any case, it's a welcome development. And I hope that the other political party, PDP, in other part of Nigeria, can also come together and find a solution to economic, social, and political problem or insecurity challenges which we have. This is how things should work. We should come together, look ourselves in the face, and look at situation ahead of us and find constructive solution to it. So okay. I'm well pleased that we are starting on a very good note.
Okay, so some other analysts have said that this meeting that was held on Sunday was basically more like a repetitive meeting. If you consider the fact that the southern governors met in Asaba on the, I think it was 11th of May or so, and they had submissions about some of the things that were basically repeated by this Sunday meeting in Marina in Lagos. So, would you consider if this meeting, this other meeting, you said, we should have had this long ago, but would you consider this kind of meeting a more cross-cutting, far-reaching meeting, considering the fact that it was just basically APC leaders and not people across political parties?
Well, when we look at the meeting, like you have said, it's more or less of an endorsement of what the southern governors have decided to do. And the only difference is that this time around, it's about APC. And APC as a stakeholder in southwestern part of Nigeria. And when we look at the other challenge in the southwest, especially in insecurity and those people agitating for Yoruba nation, which more or less is already Yoruba land. People are advocating for Yoruba nation. They are like saying that Yoruba land does not exist. So, and then when you look at the 6 states in Southwest, 5 of these 6 states are governed by APC. So the buck lie on the APC leaders and the APC governors to look at the problem we are facing, if truly they want to be relevant between now and 2023 and react to the yearning of the people. So the meeting is okay, and is also saying that the PDP and APC, they can come together and at the same time have their decision affirmed at their various ethnic regions where they rule. Because when you look at it, if you have got PDP in South, you have got in Southeast, you have got APC in Southwest. So if the level of the APC in Southwest now say, okay, what you have decided as a at the Southern Governors Forum, we also endorse it. It means that these political parties, both PDP and APC, that hold sway in the southern part of Nigeria, can still come together and have a common ground.
All right.
But however, they also make a reference to the agitation of the likes of Sunday Igboho and the position of the party on what they believe should be the right way, which I think is a right direction. So they let the people to know that these are our political party decision. We are not in support of balkanization of Nigeria or any attempts to distract their electorates from what the party has promised them.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that the party did not tell anybody that they were going to pull out of Nigeria when we were campaigning in 2015 and 2019. So they are just reassuring the electorate about their position.
Okay, so I'd like to, really, expand this, but particularly the last part that you were talking about. Those who are asking, those who are making agitations for secession, for, regionalism or whatever, those who are saying Yoruba nation, those who are saying Biafra and the rest of it, they are also looking at it in the mix, within the mix of the 2023 and even beyond it. The claim is that there is imbalance, there is lack of equity in the distribution of, the national resources and even political appointments. Would you say that those who are making agitations don't have a point?
Well, I think it is more than that. Those who are making the agitation, I think they are descendants of the upper political losers. I don't know. There are some people who are political grand losers. They have always make references to ethnicism as a way of getting political support. But unfortunately, when they got the opportunity to turn Nigeria around when we had AD, and AD, when you look at it, captured all the six states in the southern west of Nigeria, they did not have a blueprint that will make AD to be a formidable party like UPN, like Action Group, because what is obtainable now is what was obtainable in 1979 to 1983. It was what was obtainable in 1950 to 1960, 1960 to 1966. The problem is that they missed the opportunity. They did not have a blueprint of what they want at their state level, of what they want at their national level. Otherwise, most of the things they are discussing now, some of those people who are actors now, they should have been the one in the Senate, in the rep, between 1999 to 2023 when they were in control. But unfortunately, they balkanized AD. AD was no more relevant. When they left, PDP came in, and later APC came in. So it is like a loser coming back, using ethnicity as a way of solving the problem.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, General Olusegun Obasanjo was from Southern, was the president of Nigeria between 1999 to to 2007.
Okay.
What are the things that they observe now that were not in existence?
Okay.
Then.
Okay. So let me make Mr. Abdulwahid Badmos. Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
A lot of analysts, around this matter of the Sunday's meeting in Lagos, think that it was just about one person's ambition in 2023, and rather than a common agenda for development. What do you say to that?
Well, one person has human rights. Some of us also thought that the agenda of those people saying that during the presidential election in 2023 was also tailored towards one person ambition. You see, this one person is a Nigerian, is a member of is a Yoruba person. So why would people also be planning against him, right? So if the political party now realize that those people ganging up, they are ganging up because of one person whom they could not defeat, who is formidable politically, they can also have a meeting to look at ways in which their party will be blackmailed because of one person. And this one person is making a point that the way to go about Yoruba nation is not the way these people are going about it. I will not support the agitation of those people clamoring for Yoruba nation now on the basis of what was not existing. Because I follow the trend. When you look at the like of Professor Bamiji and the like of Olufalaye, the like of Adebanjo, they were talking about Fulani hegemony, right? They were talking about the Fulani domination. They were making references to things that when somebody who was born before 1999 or in the 90s, now look at it carefully. They will ask them, where is the hegemony when Buhari, a Fulani man, contested against Obasanjo in 2003 and he was defeated. He contested against Yar'Adua from the same state. He was defeated under PDP. Under PDP again, Jonathan Goodluck Ebere contested against Buhari, right? He defeated Buhari, a Fulani man, in 2011, right? Not until when Buhari changed political party from to APC that he won. So where is that Fulani hegemony? In a political party whereby Jonathan Goodluck contested in the primary, he defeated the Fulani man in PDP primary. So where is the hegemony?
Okay.
It shows that with collective responsibility, we can move Nigeria forward.
Okay.
So they don't have any basis.
So for you, you'd rather we remain one nation and fight for how to make the nation greater than it is now?
Well, for me, as a person, I'm not going to force my opinion that we have to remain one nation. But if we have to have our different identity, because I have seen that throughout the world, especially in European countries, countries identify themselves with their mother tongue. In England or United Kingdom, in Wales, they speak Welsh. In Scotland, they speak Gaelic. Right? It is only in England that they speak pure English language. So, and when you look at it, in Belgium, they speak their language. In Germany, they speak their language. In France, they speak their language. In Spain, they speak their language. In Malta, they have their own language.
So in other words, what are you driving at basically?
What I'm driving at is that people have a right to decide how they want to be ruled, who rules them,
all right,
how they are governed.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
It should not be, excuse me, please, let me finish. It should not be tailored towards ethnic aids.
Okay. All right. I completely agree with what you're saying, that, even if you are pursuing your agenda, it should not be about hate speech and ethnic hate that you are spreading. I'd like to say thanks to you, sir, for, speaking with me on the program Talking Points today. Mr. Abdulwahid Badmus is a politician in the diaspora. I'd like to say thanks to you for speaking with us.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to participate in the program. Thank you so much.
Yes, all right. It's still Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. I'll return to Mr. Lashile. When we come back from this break, 2 issues on the table, and we'll trash them, and then we'll say our bye-byes for today. Please don't go away.
Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No, dear. Na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth, wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting they cause all the shine. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
Power your dream.
It's a win, you. Okay, I want to I want papa. We the collect a 2-man gapa. I want to be fresh, like a tarava. Too much money, or shaka de gada. Oh, goody, ego. I don't play, I don't win, no, ewo. I don't withdraw sharp, no delay, fractal level, no be play, bonus yakpa, instant payment, cash out soon go, virtual games, frapapa, it's a win, you frapapa, frapapa, it's a win, you frapapa, it's a win, you frapapa, it's a win, you. Visit www.frapapa.com for the best in sports betting and online gaming. Frapapa, it's a win!
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Charles! Yes, mommy? Go and bring 2 sachets of hyper bleach for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all kill the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only Hypobleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypobleach. Splash FM 105.5.
All right, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Remember, we are live on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Splash FM 105.5 Ibadan. And you'll find us there. You can, get through to us through that medium. Of course, I have comments from Christopher Mayowa Igeadubi. The meeting is a good move, but coming so late, but not too late. However, we seem to be saying the same thing with the Southern Governors Forum. This is Eladia Festus Olukunle. He says, please, can I get in touch with this man talking from Scotland? Okay, I also live in Scotland. I love his point of view. I think we have the same perception on this issue. Okay, thanks very much. I may not be able to, do that really. Okay, Mr. Biodun Lashile is still with me. Writer, publisher, reading advocate, and founder of the Sixth Sense Initiative. Let's conclude this conversation, sir. Two things that I want us to discuss. We were talking about a matter before we left off. The matter of the proper way to make this country really progressive. If you are discountenancing or if you are condemning those who are, agitating for secession, what would the alternative be really for you?
Is that let us look critically into those issues of resentment.
Okay.
The moment you are able, look, nobody just gets recalcitrant for no reason. Somebody who is hungry, you say he disrespected an elderly person. Throw sausage at that person, let him eat. He will have his senses back that, look, that person is older than you. Emabino.
Okay, so we have to solve the base problems, foundational problems.
Look, secession we are talking now, confederation we have been discussing from our law. We had been by regions before now. But the point is, look at insecurity. Look at the lopsidedness of appointments.
So that will resolve this matter, right?
Of course.
Now,
and let me ask you this: what is that power the governors they have at the moment that a marina conference or meeting will evoke? They have all powers.
I understand.
Not a communique issue.
Okay.
Do you understand? In their different state houses, they can do enormous things.
So they should go back home rather than appeal. They should work out these things from home. Okay. You were talking about the problem, not talking about the problem, really. You are a reading advocate. You believe that when we read, we would open up our minds and we'll be able to engage our problems.
Very, very.
Yes. Now, what is I'm not sure whether as a nation we really understand the impact of using literacy to solve national problems. Tell us, what do we need to do?
I just made a point about that last week, where I postulated that reading culture is a tool for national development. What is it about? A reader, or what you read is who you are. So a non-reader is what? Zero. Empty. But it will talk. Talk is free. We can talk, but you use the word discourse. And what do I say during advocacy? Reading is about equipping a faculty. What is faculty? That is the mind. What you put in there. You can't go to a dump ground and start picking shaft and start putting it there. And when you need to appear, you can't even represent yourself. The abundance of what you read is what will inform your decisions. Or when you are put in place, that is, out of that abundance will give you opportunities.
So,
and options to make decisions.
So it simply means that if I get you right, it simply means that our current state, of maybe underdevelopment is because we don't pay attention to literacy and reading.
Of course, our enlightenment is very low.
So how do we go about solving this matter very quickly? Because
Not
we have
only
to
going to school.
Okay.
Going to school will only educate you. What is the education? It's just scoring.
Okay.
I passed out with 2-1.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with your faculty.
So we have to read.
Re-engineer our educational system.
Okay.
Bring in reading as a subject.
Okay.
Let appointments be after your CV has been analyzed. Let your appointment be who you are sitting before those who are interviewing you.
Okay.
That's from the abundance of what you have read. That can come out of you.
All right. We have to continue this conversation some other time. The studio manager is asking us to check out of the studio. I'd like to say thanks to you for coming, sir. Mr. Abiodun Lashile is a writer, publisher, reading advocate, and founder, the Sixth Sense Initiative. It's just an initiative, that's interested in making people understand the impact of reading for development. Once again, thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm all yours. I can always be here again.
All right. The job is done for today. I'd like to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to Goke as well. And Desmond Adegbo Igakpokuola, Desmond to the G, is the studio manager. I'd like to just ask you to stay behind about the news update at 4 o'clock and game on soon after. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. I'd like to just say happy birthday to my mom. She turns 87 today. Victoria